Hi and welcome back to my channel. It's a Sunday today, it's a chilled out day going for a family event, and today I want to share a quick story for all those who have got an influencer or a media permit to shoot things across Dubai. But do you know that it's not enough? You need to be very careful because it can actually get you in jail. Recently, Dubai started something called as a media permit for all those who want to do any of content, whether paid or unpaid, and it's on the social media. So for this, they had to go to the advertising side, which is the media council side, and take an approval. The steps involved that you already have an influencer license or some other company in Dubai related to the activity, as well as it needed you to have no objection or good standing certificate from Dubai police. And if you had all those documents, you were fit enough to get this license to advertise or do paid or unpaid content on social media, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, anywhere. If you have not done that, then you need to do it immediately because that's a requirement or you will be fined. These rules and regulations come for the benefit of society, and we all need to respect the law of the land and follow it. So my suggestion is that if you've still not applied for the media permit, then you need to get onto this website and do it immediately. Let's get back to the story. So it was last Friday evening. I just came back home from work. I was chilling out, binge watching some movies on Netflix. Suddenly I got a beep. It was a WhatsApp message from one of my clients. We had opened their clinic recently, and he said, Paul, please call me because I'm in a big problem. I'm very close to him. Other than a client, he's become a friend now. I immediately called him up, and I was surprised to know that he was sitting in the police station. So it's not a very good scenario when someone tells you that they're sitting in the police station. And of course, I was very, very concerned, and I asked that is all okay. I hope you didn't have an accident or some mishap. So he said, no, that's not the case. Actually, my staff has been arrested by the police. As concerning it may sound, I was also shocked and I wanted to know what really happened. He told me one of his staff, who they have recently hired as a marketing executive, had gone to one of the famous malls in Dubai for lunch. While she was having lunch, she made friends with another girl there. They started chit-chatting and she gave her scratch card, which was like an offer for her clinical services. Excited enough, she felt this can be an amazing strategy to spread the word around, and there would be so many other people who might need their clinical services. So why not distribute these scratch cards to everyone she meets in the mall? Considering it a brilliant idea, she rushed back to her clinic, picked up a bunch of cards, came back to the mall, and started distributing these cards randomly to people whom she felt might be the right clientele for the clinic she was working in. As she was doing that, one of the security of the mall approached her and asked her to escort her to the security room. Of course, she said sorry and she said I would not do that. But still, she was told to come with them to the security room. She followed the instructions and was handed over to the Dubai CID, who later drove her to the Dubai police station. The owner of the clinic got to know about the situation. He rushed to the police station, and while he was waiting to meet the girl, he messaged me. He was confused. He did not know what will happen, what will be the scenario after this, what will this lead to, what would be the implications. He asked me if I know a good lawyer and how we could help him at this moment. Of course, I understood the situation was delicate because it was a Friday, and if she had a big case on her, there was no way she was coming out before the next 48 hours, only after she was taken to the prosecution, who would have given a verdict whether she stays in jail or she has to be let free. So I told my friend to hang in there and follow the instructions of the police. In the meanwhile, I would discuss the case with my lawyer and get back to him immediately. I hung up the phone and started calling my lawyer. Being a weekend, he did not answer my call, so I dropped in a message that it's urgent, call me back. I spoke to him and explained him the situation, and he told me, listen, Paul, this is not allowed. You cannot distribute brochures randomly in any of these big malls or any of the public places without permit. He told me for any such kind of an activity, she should have taken a permit of the mall or the municipality or any of the concerned departments. This can lead to big penalty and even a case against her of trespassing. I was very sure they were doing none of that because they have a clinic and maximum they were promoting is their clinical services. So I asked for help and the lawyer said, let me check. In the meanwhile, I called my client back and I updated him on the situation. And I told him that go and request to the senior officers there and explain them the situation, that you were unaware because you are new in this country and you really didn't know the law, and which was actually true. They didn't know the law. So while all this was going on, a couple of hours passed and then my lawyer approached the gentleman and together they went to the senior officer in the station and discussed the whole situation. They explained their lack of awareness of the law and how they've come to be a part of the society and the culture and rather serve it than break any law. The officer was very kind. He told them he has to finish a lot of files. The girl is not arrested, but they've taken her statement. She's detained and he will get back to them in a while. The situation was very stressful for the doctor, the clinical staff, the owner of the clinic, and every one of us was very stressed. We really didn't know whether she will be spending the next 2 days in the jail and if she will be taken to the prosecution and what would be the implication of that, whether she would be deported. We were all clueless. Eventually, the senior officer called the lawyer and the owner of the clinic. He told them, considering their lack of fairness, and since the girl had a visa from that clinic she was working in, he would let her go this time with a last warning. Any kind of such activity in Dubai needs a permit in future. So it was 7 o'clock, the girl was taken by the security and around 1:30 at the night she was finally released after the last warning. She was totally shaken up. She fainted as soon as she came out, but the authorities were very helpful, immediately called the ambulance, got a check, everything was okay. But we learned a big lesson here. Even if you have your influencer permit, even if you have a license to run a clinic or business in Dubai, you need to be aware that if you are distributing any of these brochures, pamphlets, or any services in Dubai without any further permits, you are breaking the law. Be sure that you are aware of all the rules and regulations of this country, which makes it one of the safest countries in the world. So sometimes lack of awareness can put you in big problem. Well, I'm not a lawyer, just sharing my experiences with the people on my channel and hope they would be helpful to you in your life. Have a great day.